Coming up on LUTV News, a suspect is in custody for the shooting of an off-duty officer.
Plus, President Trump announces pardons for 11 people, including former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. We have more on that coming up.
And a new Missouri bill could allow lottery winners to stay anonymous.
Those stories and more ahead on LUTV News.
Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Catherine Hackleman.
And I'm Seth Chilcutt. Thank you for joining us. A man has been arrested in relation to the off-duty officer shot at a Walmart in Ferguson Sunday evening. The officer was working security when the suspect fired 2 shots into his chest. The suspect was approached by the officer after he was suspected of shoplifting. Tuesday, police were observing a vehicle that matched the description when the suspect sped away and then tried to flee on foot before being arrested in a nearby Dollar Tree parking lot. Police say 20-year-old Fontez Mitchell has now been charged in the shooting. The officer was rushed to the hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
St. Charles County Police have made 2 big bust draws in the past week. An estimated $445,000 worth of cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl was recovered Wednesday on I-70 near Wentzville Parkway. An officer pulled over a moving van for a traffic violation around 3:30 a.m. Officers searched the vehicle to find 11 packages of drug hidden inside an air compressor. Tiniqua Bosley and Adam Hutchinson were charged with drug trafficking and delivery of a controlled substance. Their bond has been set at $50,000. Then, early morning, an officer stopped a black Honda Civic driven by Diana Ochoa and Jose Ochoa Jr. for traffic violations. After a search, a wrapped package was found containing about 2 pounds of heroin. Ochoa told police he was being paid to drive the car from California to Chicago and was unaware of the drugs in the car. Both were charged with drug trafficking. Their bond is set at $100,000. An investigation is underway in downtown St. Louis as a woman was carjacked Monday night. The woman says she was approached by 2 men with guns on the 800 block of Cole Street by the Dome of the American Center. The suspect grabbed her purse and keys and took off with the victim's 2014 Chevy Malibu. The woman was not injured.
A St. Charles woman is charged with child endangerment after failing to provide medical care to her 11-year-old relative who gave birth at home. The girl reportedly gave birth in a bathtub at her St. Charles home, and about an hour later her baby was taken to St. Joseph's Medical Center. It was there when detectives were called and later found the girl at home. Lesbia Canty is facing 1 felony count of child endangerment. Last week, 17-year-old Norvin Lopez was taken into custody after admitting assaulting the girl several times. Lake St. Louis officers are looking for a pair of thieves who stole a Pomeranian puppy from a local pet store. Anyone with information is urged to call the Lake St. Louis Police Department. The price for a purebred pom can run around $800 to as much as $3,000. The top policy official John Rood has resigned at the request of President Donald Trump. Rood is said to have lost support among other senior officials at the Pentagon, as well as having broke with the administration on several key issues. The president acknowledged Rood in a tweet, wishing him well in his future endeavors. During his time at the Pentagon, Rood helped to oversee implementation of the Trump administration's national defense strategy, as well as the nuclear posture review.
President Donald Trump went on clemency spree, pardoning 7 people and shortening the prison time of 4 others. The most well-known case is former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, who was convicted in 2011 on 18 counts, including trying to sell former President Obama's Senate. Blagojevich was supposed to serve 14 years, but President Trump said 8 years was enough. Here is Blagojevich after he was released.
I just want to say again that I want to express my most profound and everlasting gratitude to President Trump. He didn't have to do this. He's a Republican president. I was a Democratic governor. My fellow Democrats have not been very kind to him. They've been very unkind to him. And what he did was, I think, something that deserves a great amount of appreciation on my part personally, and he has from me my deepest, most profound and everlasting gratitude. And I can't wait to get home. I miss my daughters, miss my wife, I miss home.
The Democratic debate in Las Vegas kicks off Wednesday night. The 9th Democratic debate will feature 6 candidates who qualified through either polling numbers or by winning a pledged national convention delegate in Iowa or New Hampshire. Among these candidates is billionaire Mike Bloomberg, who is making his first appearance on the debate stage thanks to his recent spending in ad campaigns. That have led to a rise in his poll numbers. The 2-hour-long debate will be the last one before the Nevada caucuses on Saturday. The Boy Scouts of America is filing for bankruptcy. The organization has been facing lawsuits from thousands of men who claim they were molested as scouts by their scoutmasters. These men have only recently been able to sue due to changes in their state statute of limitations laws. The Chapter 11 filing marks one of the most complicated bankruptcies in history. The Boy Scouts of America's assets listed between $1 and $10 billion, and their liabilities listed between $15 million and $1 billion. Back in May, the Scouts' chief executive, Mike Serbaugh, recognized that the previous claims that the organization knowingly allowed predators to work with the youth was untrue. As of January, there has been an estimated 12,000 victims.
Flu season hit higher reported numbers than ever for this time of the year. Even though the latest data collected shows the flu season coming to an end, 24 states have recorded high levels of flu activity for this period. According to the Centers for Disease Control, an estimated of 26 million people have experienced flu illnesses in the U.S. this season, with 250,000 hospitalizations and 14,000 deaths from the flu. Likewise, data show that influenza activity has increased sharply in St. Louis County and St. Charles County since the start of 2020. As of February, Missouri is experiencing a high level of influenza-like illnesses activity. The coronavirus might be getting a vaccine very soon. The disease that's been ravaging mainland China and travelers worldwide has already claimed more than 12,000 lives and infected more than 74,000 people. But a lab team in San Diego has made what might be a vaccine for the disease. Inovio Pharmaceutical also created vaccines for the Zika virus, Middle East Respiratory Syndrome, and Ebola. Once they received the genetic sequence for the virus on January 9th, it took only 3 hours to develop a vaccine they have since been testing. Inovio Pharmaceutical lead research is meeting in Sweden with the health organization to form a strategy to combat the virus. They hope they have the vaccine reach human patients soon.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, a St. Louis-based manufacturer is opening a state-of-the-art fire testing facility in Brentwood.
We will have more information on that and more upcoming next.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine, and I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero.
Good job, kitty cat.
When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
The St. Louis-based manufacturing company Carboline has cut the ribbon at a new facility in Brentwood. Carboline specializes in fireproofing products such as coatings and linings. In the new facility, the company will be able to run full-scale tests at up to 20 million British thermal units. A spokesperson says this project is a total redesign and rebuild of their current fire lab's capabilities.
The St. Charles City Council met Tuesday evening to discuss liquor laws on historic Main Street once again. New laws were put into effect last year requiring businesses to have 50% of their sales coming from food products and establishing a point system for regulations that could lead to the loss of the business's liquor license. Soon after these regulations were put in place, some businesses had to close their doors. Tuesday's meeting passed an adjustment to the point system, allowing the expiration of points after 12 months and changing the value of some violations. The council will discuss changing the food percentage for these businesses to 30% in March.
The state is preparing to discuss marriage definitions in Missouri. State Representative Evan Nielsen and former pastor from St. Charles proposed to change the definitions of marriage to civil unions, believing that the government should stay out of the church-related proceedings. This has been met with some opposition from traditional marriage supporters and the LGBTQ community. Snelting says the bill isn't about diminishing marriage, but rather taking it down to its most simple legal definition. The committee has not yet voted on the issue.
A local brewery has been named one of the best breweries in the world. Side Project Brewery, located in Maplewood, Missouri, was named second best brewery in the world by website ratebeers.com. They moved up 7 spots after being ranked 9th in the world last year and is one of only 2 in Missouri to make the top brewery list, along with Kansas City's Boulevard Brewing Company. To check out the full top 100 list, visit ratebeers.com.
San Luis University's Park College of Engineering will soon have another satellite in space. Argus 2 satellite has 2 slew sibling spacecraft, the Argus 1 and Copper. The Argus 2 has the intent of studying the effect of radiation on a commercial SD card. The satellite was launched Wednesday morning.
People driving through Webster Groves may have noticed the red hearts pinned to trees. Well, each of the hearts was placed in support of the Mighty Oaks Heart Foundation through Olive and Oaks restaurant. Becky and Greg Ordle created the foundation after their son Oaks died due to congenital heart defects after only 15 months. Oaks underwent several medical procedures, including 2 open heart surgeries and a double lung transplant. The foundation supports families of children born with congenital heart defects, both financially and emotionally.
Missouri State Representative Jay Mosley is sponsoring a bill that will allow lottery winners to choose not to release their names. Mosley says that the issue of publishing all winners could be a safety issue, and he would like to people to enjoy their winnings in the best possible fashion. Mosley also claims that this new bill will help keep money in Missouri and emphasize that winners will still have the option to disclose their names if they still wanted to. This bill would apply to lottery winners of any amount, and violators could be charged with a Class 8 misdemeanor.
Mardi Gras' big parade is right around the corner, and celebrations are already getting started. It all started with a party among friends at a Soulard row house apartment, and it soon became America's second largest Mardi Gras celebration. St. Louis honors tradition, and this weekend celebrates the Bud Light Grand Parade. The theme for this year's parade is the blues, so we can expect a lot of music, hockey, and overall fun. 2020's big party comes with a pleasant surprise for everyone with sunny skies and mild weather.
It sure would be nice having a little bit warmer weather this year for Mardi Gras.
That's for sure, Catherine. What else can we expect in this weekend's weather, Joey?
Saturday will be warm and dry for the Mardi Gras parade downtown, but wet weather is on the way to impact the end of the weekend. I'll have more when we come back.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Mom, I got it. What are you doing in there?
I got stuff.
Are you a dog?
I wouldn't do that. Have you seen the pliers? Where'd you find those?
It's not your birthday.
Sorry.
Bye, Grandpa.
Bye, Grandpa.
Take care of yourself.
What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. A stationary front stretching into northwest Missouri is bringing snow to parts of Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa, while a cold front is producing rain in the southeastern portions of the United States. Meanwhile, no weather systems are affecting the St. Louis area. That is why we have nice weather throughout the area. It's 41 and partly cloudy in St. Louis and 40 and partly cloudy in St. Charles. It's cloudy in Maryland Heights, but a little bit warmer with a temperature of 43 degrees. Further west, it's 41 and partly cloudy in St. Peters, and in O'Fallon, it's cloudy and 40 degrees. Taking a look at the 5-day forecast, we will continue to stay sunny Wednesday afternoon as we approach a high near 41. Clouds will increase Wednesday night with a low around 24. We aren't going to warm up very much Wednesday night into Thursday with a high near 33. The skies will clear Thursday night with low temperatures dropping into the teens near 17. The cold only lasts one day, though, as we will return to sunny skies with a high near 41 on Friday. Saturday looks to be the warmest day of the week, which is good news if you plan on going downtown for the Mardi Gras parade. A front starts to work its way into the area Saturday night, bringing a chance for rain that will continue throughout the day on Sunday. That's a look at your forecast. Stay warm on Thursday, enjoy the nice weather on Friday and Saturday, and try to stay dry on Sunday. Back to you, Catherine and Seth.
Thanks, Joey. Seth, it looks like the Blues are hitting black as well.
Yeah, it was a big win for the Note, and the team also made a move yesterday, right, Nicole?
Doug Armstrong made a trade to shore up the defense, and the Blues blanked the Devils at home. I'll have more on the deal and an update on defenseman Jay Buckminster coming up in sports.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Okay, here we go, throw it!
Yeah. You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Nice.
Welcome back. The St. Louis Blues snapped a season-worst 5-game losing streak with a 3-0 win over the New Jersey Devils on Tuesday night. Carl Gunnarsson's shot gets blocked on its way to the net, but Ivan Barbashev finds the loose puck in the slot and buries it in the back of the net to put the Blues up 1-0. Early in the third period, Barbashev and Sammy Blais set up a give and go that allows Barbashev to score his second goal of the night, beating Devils goaltender Louis Domingue. Jaden Schwartz will add one more goal for St. Louis to secure the victory. The Blues will look to make it 2 wins in a row when they host the Arizona Coyotes at 7 Thursday night. The Blues just made a trade to fortify their defense as playoffs get closer. Marco Scandella is 29 years old and was drafted 55th overall in the 2008 NHL draft. In 10 seasons, Scandella has 42 goals and 94 assists and has played in 39 careers postseason games. In Tuesday's trade press conference, Blues GM Doug Armstrong indicated that the move was made as a result of veteran defenseman James Buckminster being placed on long-term IR, but it was too early to speculate on his possible retirement.
There's no retirement announcement from me on Jay today. Again, it's premature to talk like that. I want Jay to get comfortable, certainly with his family and his new normal as far as that goes. And
Buckminster issued his first statement on Tuesday since collapsing during the first period of a game against the Anaheim Ducks on February 11. He acknowledged the support he received from both the league and city, indicating that it was comfort to him and his family. After being in the hospital for a few days, Buckminster was cleared to fly back home to St. Louis on Sunday. 42-year-old Ryan Newman was involved in a scary crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500 on Monday. As the drivers raced toward the finish line, Newman was involved in a wreck that sent his car airborne, eventually getting ran into by another driver, before crashing down on his roof. After 2 hours, NASCAR announced that Newman had non-life-threatening injuries and was in serious condition at Halifax Medical Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. Early Wednesday afternoon, Newman was released from the hospital with his family in attendance. NASCAR has not had a fatality in its Elite Cup series since 2001. Professional football is back in St. Louis, and the Battlehawks are planning for a packed house at Sunday at the Dome. Football will return to St. Louis for the first time since 2015 after the Rams left for Los Angeles on Sunday. The Battlehawks say they are expecting 28,000 fans for their home opener. The team will host the New York Guardians at 2 p.m. at the Dome at America's Center. That's all I have for sports. Back to you, Sid.
To celebrate the 50th anniversary of the famous McDonald's Shamrock Shake, the drink is officially back nationwide. In addition to the traditional green vanilla shake, McDonald's is also offering a McFlurry version with Oreos. Both of these items will be on the menu for a limited time. Speaking of fast food, Burger King thinks that a moldy burger will lead them to sell more burgers. The place famous for the Whopper just released a new ad campaign that shows a decaying burger growing mold and fungus. At the end of the ad, Burger King explains how the company has made an effort to eliminate all artificial preservatives.
That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Catherine Jacome.
And I'm Seth Chilka. Thank you for joining us.